Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Reddit post reading here. We got three stories lined up for you. I am Waffles, and this is Waffles Thoughts. So, with that being said, let's get started. First story is Am I the asshole? I said asshole. Not sure if I'm supposed to say that. I'm new to this. That's okay. We're going to go with it. Whatever. AITAH, am I the a-hole for embarrassing my husband for saying I baby trapped him? Mm, yeah, I'm thinking my initial thoughts are kind of, a little bit, but let's hear it out. All right. So, hi, this is a throwaway. To put it bluntly, me and the husband had a surprise baby while we were young. I was on a long I was on long-term birth control at the time, implant an arm, and had to have it removed after we found out I was pregnant. Last week we were out for dinner with friends, and he was making jokes, and I slipped in about how he thinks I baby trapped him. No reason for it, nothing to back up this crazy accusation. Never mentioned it before, but I guess drunk words or sober thoughts. Our friends obviously looked a bit shocked and uncomfortable, especially when they saw my face. Okay. I asked her husband what the heck he was on about. Was saying how it was weird that we'd been sleeping together for 4 years, and then I randomly got pregnant. Responded by asking him a flurry of questions like, "Oh, did I baby trapped you for money? Oh, did I baby trapped you for money?" All right. He and his family were broke. Mine is well off. And did I baby trap you for your house? Question mark. We lived in one of my parents' properties at the time. Did I baby trap you for your cars? He didn't have any license at that point. He didn't respond, and then our friends changed the subject. He's been giving me basically the silent treatment ever since. Only one word answers, and only when I speak to him. By the way, since having our first, we've been married for 3 years, bought a house with my deposit, and had two more children. This completely caught me by surprise, but he really seems quite upset by this. I know it was cruel to embarrass him, but a common phrase in my area is don't dish it out if you can't take it. AITA. Okay. Initial thoughts. Um, no. I mean, initially when I seen it up top, I kind of thought like, yeah, a little bit, but right now I'm thinking not really. I mean, considering how long ago it was, how long it was ago, how long ago it was, how long ago it was. Yeah, we're gonna go with that because it was long ago. Yeah, all right, whatever. Anyways, edit. We're 25. We've been together for 10 years and married for 3. We had our first we had our first when we were 19. Our relationship has been happy and healthy. I absolutely adore our family of 5 plus 2 fur babies. Those are always great, and we have supported each other through major life events over the past decade. The friends we were the friends we were with are relatively new ones and are obviously not going to know about our first child's surprise conception. I'm 100% sure that my husband doesn't genuinely think I baby trapped him. I think it was just a very poor joke where I was the punchline and I opened my mouth before I had the time to think. I've apologized for embarrassing him with my response, and he has, of course, apologized for his inappropriate joke that has clarified to our friends. Thank you for your opinions, tips, and advice. It helped give some clarity and outside insight before having a proper discussion with him about the incident. Huh. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm understanding here. So he and his family were broke. Mine was well off. Okay, so she's basically like, what, did I baby trap you for your house, for your cars, for your money? Basically insinuating that he doesn't have anything. I guess I could see where that could come off maybe as a bit pretentious. Yeah. But I mean, they've been together for 10 years, married for 3. They have a total family of 5, 2 fur babies. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with not the asshole here, but maybe poor taste and a way to respond to that. Let's see the comments. Not the a-hole. Maybe the correct response should have been, however, pretty sure he tampered with my birth control so he could see just how absurd his allegations actually were. Yeah, maybe. I swear if she'd said that, his soul would have left his body mid-dinner. Sometimes the only way to show how ridiculous something sounds is to flip it right back in the mirror mode activated. Flip it right back in the mirror mode activated. Yeah, I mean, putting it the way she put it like that, I mean, she did just kind of like yeet it into his face. That he basically had nothing when they got together. Facts. That would have dropped his fork mid bite and stared into the void. Mirror mode hits different when you're not the one holding it. Sometimes that's the only language people understand when they're too deep in their own nonsense. Exactly. Like he thinks making unfounded accusations about her trustworthiness at dinner is funny. He should love her making the same kind of accusations as a joke then. Except he can dish it out, but he can't take it. Not also her trustworthiness, but baby trapping is legitimately akin to sexual assault. Stealthing, stealthing, stealthing. I don't think I've ever heard that. Stealthing. Stealthing is already legally considered rape. Stealthing. It's already legally considered rape. Accusing your partner of sexual assault is fucking wild. Can I say fucking on YouTube? God damn it. I don't know. Anyways, especially in front of people. Yeah, I mean, genuinely wild. Genuinely wild. It's probably really good that these videos are early on because I'm probably going to have to delete them, but that's okay. We're just going to roll with it. Yeah, so anyways, I think long story short, I I don't think you're the asshole. I think yeah, I think you delivered it out. You dished it out. He didn't take it well. he took it pretty poorly, considering he was the one that made the joke. Um, yeah. Anyways, so that's that one. Let me know your thoughts. Comment. If anybody watches it. All right. Uh, am I the a-hole for refusing to show my bank balance to my girlfriend's father? So this is an interesting one. Um, no. My answer is no, you're not. My girlfriend's father recently demanded that I show him my bank balance. I refused, saying it's private, and now he's calling me disrespectful. My girlfriend is caught in the middle, but I feel uncomfortable sharing such personal information. Am I the a-hole? Not at all. First comment. Not the a-hole. This is an unreasonable request. Yeah, that's 100% agreed. Like, there's no reason why he should be asking you to see your bank account. It's just not. I don't know. There's no reason for it, right? I mean, I guess maybe he wants to make sure his daughter is financially secured. Um, but I mean, why is that any of his business? Especially if his daughter, loves this person and whatnot. Anyways, Haha, yes. Yeah, yeah. Your girlfriend should actually not be caught in the middle. Your father did not demand it of her because it is both unreasonable and, as you said, very private. The side she should be taking here should be easy. That side is yours. Yeah? Girlfriend should totally be caught in the middle. She should be the one telling her father that his behavior is completely inappropriate and he should back the F off. I actually kind of like this one. Um, yeah, I kind of like that one. That's great. This, if the three of you were together, she should have stopped it dead in his tracks, or at least afterwards, unless they conspired to find out OP's net worth. Either way, if she doesn't outright side with OP, then he has a decision to make about the relationship. Yeah, I guess depending on how early it is on, I could see where you might want to consider if that's going to bring up potential issues in the future. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Yep, your partner might be allowed wiggle room for the first time offense, but that is when you both sit down and set expectations on in law interactions. I would think the partner should say something like, "You said something offensive to my partner," putting the onus on the family. Partner should not say, "My partner didn't like what you said." The family might come back with that the partner should toughen up. It's a delicate distinction, but it goes a long way. Not that I have direct experience here. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually that is yeah, right here. Yeah, that one is a yeah, all right, cool. So I'm gonna go with not the asshole, obviously. Obviously not the asshole. If your in-laws are asking to see your bank balance, well, not even in-laws. It's like girlfriend's father. Yeah, no, not even an in-law yet. He's trying to consider whether he wants to be an in-law. Apparently, like, hey, can this guy take care of me or what? A little ridiculous. All right. Third one here is going to be, uh, am I the a-hole for asking my future in-laws for money? Okay, so this one kind of goes the other way. All right, so we're not being asked by the in-law to see our bank account. We're actually asking the future in-laws for money. All right. So my fiance's parents are loaded, old money loaded. They can afford what I'm asking, no problem. All right. Well, I'm just going to put this out there. You saying that, they can afford what you're asking, no problem. Although maybe they can. Um, maybe, maybe that makes you a little bit of a dick. Um, I don't know. I don't know. We'll continue reading. We'll see. I make very good money at my job. I'm currently 27 and earn over $170,000 a year. Tim is a teacher. He doesn't make much. He doesn't make as much, but he has a trust fund, so he works sort of as public service. It's big in his family. Recently, I had a weird conversation with him and his folks. They think after the wedding I should quit working and be a stay-at-home mom. Thought they were joking and kind of laughed. They are, oh, okay. Um, yeah. I thought they were joking, kind of laughed. They are perfectly serious. They think it's emasculating that I earn more than Tim. Okay. So, so fiance is the guy. This is the female. Tim is her fiance, soon to be husband, potentially. She makes good money, obviously. Okay. So, over the course of my career, I will earn much more than him, but his trust fund is low seven figures. He could afford to pay me what I earn yearly, but he can't due to the stipulations of his trust. His mom, on the other hand, has lots of interest built up in her trust. So I offered a solution I thought was fair. They set up an uncoverable trust for me. They must contribute my gross earnings yearly with bumps for anticipated raises and promotions. The deposits would be for the next 35 years. That was, I'm a stay at home mom. Tim is the breadwinner, and I'm protected in the case of a divorce. They went fucking nuts. Apparently, I'm ridiculous for thinking they will give me money. I offered a compromise. I signed a prenup wherein I am entitled to half of Tim's trust fund in the case of a divorce of I give up my in case of divorce of I give up my career. Also, not acceptable to them. I'm kind of at a loss. Do they honestly think I would give up my career with zero safety net? My mom says I'm being kind of rude putting everything on such stark monetary terms. I think I'm being reasonable. What do you think? Yeah. You know what? I don't think you're an asshole. Not at all. I actually think you're smart. If they're going to ask you to give up your career, I think it's only fair. I think it's only fair that you protect yourself in long term. I mean, that makes sense. Now, granted, I guess it also depends on how completely, you know, trusting you are with this person. I mean, as we know nowadays, most marriages, there's like a 50-50 shot if it works out or if it doesn't. So, I mean, you got to be pretty darn committed to give up your career. But let's see what the comments have to say here. Old money is weird. They live by their own rules. They're not worried about a divorce because you are a possession to show off, like a nice car or watch. If Tim gets tired of you later, you should feel blessed he let you enjoy the time with his family he did. I work with a lot of these families, and it's wild how they actually view people. They will do charities and say nice things to the public to keep up appearances. But if you just got a first-hand experience of what the true behind-the-scenes conversation looked like, don't quit your job. If they have a problem with it, ensure the trust is set up in your name. Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Yes, this. Pointing finger upward. Yeah, 100%. Nobody feels more entitled than the rich. I mean, while it reads as entitlement, it's quite a bit darker than that. They don't see poors as people with their own agenda. They pretty much, and pretty much anyone who isn't part of the old money club falls into this category. I was in a similar position once, made more money, and was more educated than my partner, whose parents were just like this, and constantly made to feel like it was cute. I'd achieved what I'd achieved, basically clawing my way from the lower working class to upper middle entirely on my own. It was exasperating, and eventually I realized they would never, ever see me as anything other than a temporarily not dirt poor person who would eventually take advantage of their precious son and his inheritance. I mean, I have to imagine being rich, like old money rich, like that level of rich. I mean, have to imagine these people are pretty jaded. Like, there's there's probably people that are constantly always trying to get some piece of the pie. And not making an excuse for it, because obviously, being a shitty person's being a shitty person, but still. Uh, oh, to finish that one, I left and I was immediately happier. Yeah, yeah, as you probably would be. That makes sense. They never would have changed. I went into a prestigious university in Britain and saw a chap from an old money family call another also rich chap new money as if he was disguised by it, basically looking down on him because his father was the one to make millions instead of his great great grandfather or some bullocks like that. It's almost impressive how large that kid's ego was. uh yeah. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Oh man, all right. So yeah, this guy. I'm gonna say this girl, this lady here, is most definitely not the asshole. Yeah, protect yourself. Smart idea. Don't let yourself get taken advantage of for sure. Anyways, with that being said, um, this is Waffles Thoughts. I'm Waffles, and I'm signing off.